Good morning, everybody. My name is Nate Morris, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video. Today, we are back at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for the final round of the 2025 INEX Spring Nationals. I'm excited for today. I think we can put together another good run. Had some great races yesterday, passed a number of cars, got some decent finishes. So I'm very happy with that and looking forward to see what we can do today. We got off to a solid start this morning in practice where I put together a good enough lap to be 20th on the board. So that's the cutoff for making the feature on time. So my thought was that, hey, I put together a solid lap in practice, got in the top 20. If I can just replicate that in qualifying, I should be locked into the feature. Sadly, I was not able to match my fast lap from practice in the qualifying session. I ran about a 10th slower, and that landed me 25th on the grid. Not quite as bad as yesterday. I didn't throw it away quite that bad, but still not where I wanted to be. But starting 25th, so I'll be third back on the inside. A good spot to be in. I transferred into both B mains from a spot further back on the inside, so I've definitely liked my chances. I've just got to go out here, put together 12 good laps, make a couple passes, and we'll be right there in the feature. So thank y'all for clicking on this video. I hope y'all enjoy it, and let's get into it.
The restart box is indicated by the two orange lines and the two orange cones in turn number 4 right there. Green flag flies and we're underway. Cameron White with the jump in car number 38 will take the advantage. The battle is for second with the two. Down to the bottom side, Van's going to try to take it away, and Nate Morris trying to get up on the wheel. Nate Morris in the 25, we see at a lot of our national events, traditionally races really well, but qualifying still trying to find that little bit. Nate has moved his way to position number 3 and takes a look at the 2 for position number 2. Allison Johnson stuck on the outside for the time being as the 25 of Nate Morris to the bottom and will pick up position number 2. It's all behind Cameron White in car number 38. White will come out of corner number 4 and lead lap number 3. Morris to second. Honecker moves to third. The silver 73 in a transfer position, and now the bubble is on the line. The 15 of Allison Johnson looking to the bottom side. She's looking to take position number 4 away. Will do so barely at the line, but keep your eye on that 30, folks. It's Joey P looking to pick up a transfer position and sees that opening to the bottom side. Allison Johnson now stuck again on the outside line. Inside line, place you want to be. That is the transfer position. Going to move the top 4 into the A main. Joey P on the inside, Allison Johnson on the outside. As they race for the final transfer position, and they are lining up to the bottom side. Allison Johnson trying to find a spot in line. She will not be able to. The 2 goes back to the bottom. And we'll pick up position number 5. Just past halfway in this one. 7 laps completed and 5 laps to go. Your leader is car number 38, a Cameron White, uncontested so far in this one. But Nate Morris, Zachary Honecker, who had to work their way from the middle of the pack, are now up to positions 2 and 3. And it looks like our transfer position, or our final transfer position, Joey Przyblinski moving away from the rest of the field, as you see the 2 car leading the rest of the field in position number 5 on back. So your top 4 have a little bit of breathing room here with just a few laps to go. 9 completed, 3 laps remaining. It looks like Nate Morris is closing in just a wee bit on our leader, Cameron White. Not a whole lot of an advantage or a disadvantage if he's able to pass the 38. They are both going to start outside the top 20. Top 4 in this one will start positions 21 through 24 in our semi-pro feature. And looking to the bottom, the 25 and Nate Morris will pick up the position. If he can hold this one, would start in position 21 of last lap pass, and Nate Morris is picking up the win. Cameron White in second, third.
Sweet. we transferred through into the feature again. I'm very happy with that. I was able to win the B main there after starting 5th. I was able to get to 3rd pretty quickly. The 2 car held me up for a couple laps, and once I was able to get around him, I made some time. I ended up being the fastest car in the field by about a 1/10 of a second, so that definitely gives me a little bit of a confidence boost there. The 38 was able to get a gap on me early, but once I had some clean track, I was able to run him back down. And I would have been right on his bumper coming to the checkers anyway, but he helped me out a little bit and ran out of fuel coming to the white flag. So I was able to get around him and pick up another B main win. Now I'm focused on the feature. Hopefully we can avoid some wrecks, pass a few cars, and have another solid finish. The goal is to finish in that top 10 in points. Going into today, I am tied for 8th. So the top 10 is definitely a reality, but I've got to put a little bit of work in. I can't finish 21st and be top 10 in points. So I've definitely got to make up a little bit of ground.
And to the outside, the 79 of Neil Doolin picked up a huge win. Has been quick since we unloaded at the Fairgrounds, looking for one more to cap off his week. Into the box, Chase Burgesson leads him to green. We're underway for the semi-pros. Again, big field of drivers here. Little bump from Hunter Jordan to Bradley Swift. These drivers were warned in the drivers' meeting about their bumpers as the yellow flag will fly. And it's the 25 and 8 Morris around in turn number 1.
Yeah, all that I was just saying about having a good, smart race kind of just went out the window. They all checked up there going into turn 1, and I know they do. They always do. So I don't know what I was thinking there. Just missed my braking marker by a country mile and ran into the back of the field there and spun myself out. So not the brightest move I've ever made. Knocked the toe out a little bit on the front end, but the car is still drivable. So now I've got to try to really dig myself out of a hole. The goal is still that top 10 points finish, but we've got a little bit of a mountain to climb now.
Misuse of a bumper, of a hit, may lead to a caution flag, which leads to more time, which leads to a time limit being reached. You see the chain reaction of what was mentioned in the meeting. We'll see if they did listen to race director Brad Hockaday earlier this afternoon around 12:30. Green flag flies. We're back underway. And the 27's around.
Yellow,
and that will bring up the
yellow, turn 2.
So the field will tuck up tight down the back straightaway. 2 attempts at a double file start to this race. We'll try it single and see if we can get some laps in here for the semi-pros. Green flag is back out. Single file line down through 1 and 2. Burgesson leads Denton and J.R. Allen. They will get through lap number 1. Now, who is the first driver to make a move? You see that single file line. Somebody makes one mistake, pushes somebody up a racetrack, and it opens the door, and Allen's going to be the first one on the outside. Neil Doolin goes to the bottom, picks up 1. The 85 of Swift is going to move to the bottom side, as is the 81 of Hunter Jordan. Allen trying to find that spot in the line, gets a great run off of turn number 4, and will be able to get down to the bottom. Hunter Jordan sideways, Bradshaw out of the groove, the 34 below of Dillard, the driver from Alaska, makes the move, picks up one more spot. Doolin in the 79 under fire from the 85 of Bradley Swift. Top 2 have broken away just a wee bit over this battle for the final podium position. 85 looks to the bottom. That's all it was in turn number 4. 5 laps are completed. Everybody single file back to about 12th place or so. As JT Poole makes the move on the 19 of Hooper, the 0 of Jared Hawley. JT Poole, they've been fighting brake issues all week long on that race car. Have had a couple of opportunities to pick up top 5 finishes, but haven't been able to seal the deal. Didn't get, oh, hello. Little contact there as the 40 of Thomas goes to the bottom side of Maddox Hooper. And they will complete, well, maybe it's not complete for that battle. Thomas trying to pull away from car number 19 of Hooper to complete the point on JT Poole in that blue number 26 car. Trying to fight brake issues all week long. They were bleeding the brakes. They've changed master cylinders. They've changed a lot of things on that race car. Try to get it to where JT Poole can drive that race car around this racetrack and feel like he has a pedal in that race car. Right now, sitting just outside the top 10 for the 26. Just behind him is Jared Hawley. Jet Johnson just up the road. And you saw Mitch Wright in the 21 pick up a position in that battle. Mitch Wright is running in position number 12, so this is a battle for 12th fun back on your screen. JT Poole trying to get the 94. Leaves the door half open. JT Poole goes down there. They get on the rumble strips. Don't want to leave that door open too wide, too long, because we'll see somebody try to make a position. There's the 0, Jared Hawley, getting the 26. It hasn't been the week that Jared Hawley has wanted as well. Hawley struggling a little bit on the flat tracks, struggling a little bit with tire management at the first opening rounds of this one at Highland Rim. And now the 26 of JT Poole has Jared Hawley, the driver from Tampa, Florida, right ahead of him. We'll see if Jared can race his way up into the top 10 before this thing is all said and done. Don't want to jinx it, but the semi-pros have put 14 laps on the board since they went single file for their restart. Putting on quite the show, and now Neil Doolin has caught the 46 of Cole Denton. Denton trying to wrap up a Spring Nationals championship. Neil Doolin trying to wrap up his second consecutive win here, but he's got to get by the 46, and he muscles him through to pick up position number 2. It brings Swift along with him in car number 85. Now, can they track down Chase Burgesson in car number 22C? Down to the bottom side goes the 85 of Swift. Bradley Swift wants second place away from Neil Doolin. They got by Denton, picks up the opportunity, and Bradley Swift will move to position number 2. And no, Doolin tried to go back to the bottom side, but there was a car already there. Cole Denton going to move to position number 3. So they shuffle spots inside the top 5, and we got 2 around. It's Johnson and the 40 of Thomas. The leader to the restart box, which is indicated by those yellow or the orange cones over in turn number 4. So your Spring Nationals point leader, Cole Denton, goes to the outside, and we'll see the green flag as Chase Burgesson leads him down into turn number 1. Doolin looks at second and will pick up the runner-up spot. Denton falls into line, and now Bradley Swift stuck on that outside, trying to find a way in. Hunter Jordan picks up position number 6. Dillard falls back a couple of spots on that outside line. Single file now, back to about top 10 spots. The front runners have found a place to race. There's your first side-by-side battle. That is Galen Clark in the 38, the 5X of Jesse Martinez, the O of Jared Hawley, Wright and Hooper a part of that battle as well. That is just on the other side of the top 10. And Thomas and Morris going at it hard for those spots, around 15th place or so. But up in front, Doolin has tracked down Chase Burgesson. Battle for third. Swift trying to get by Cole Denton. They come down to 3 to go this time, and
Yellow.
we see a caution, and it's Gerzebek around in turn number 2. Control car in the yellow fender, number 22C. Your 2 Spring Nationals Championship week-long contenders in 3rd and 4th. Green flag flies. Great start for Burgess in the 22C. Can Doolin get down the 46 of Cole Denton, trying to stay right with your leader?
Yellow.
Jordan's won 2 races so far this Spring Nationals and runs in position number 6. Only driver this week in this division to win multiple races. The front row trying to change that. Green flag flies. Denton to the bottom side. Gets a great run on Neil Doolin. Oh, we're stacking him up again, and the 38 is stopped in turn number 2.
Man, this race is starting to feel like I'm trying to dodge landmines. On that restart, they all kind of stacked up in the middle of the racetrack. So you had people going low, you had people going high. The 38 went to like the 4th groove. I went to the 3rd groove. And because I was rolling a little bit more of an inside line there, I was able to get to his left rear tire, and he just kind of came down the track a little bit and turned himself across my nose. We got lucky, and the race director decided that it was a multiple car incident, and so everybody was able to get their spots back. So we're just going to re-rack them and try this one more time.
Getting ready to come back at it.
No passing to the left until you cross the start.
We are about 18 minutes into this race, so still has plenty of time to get 4 laps in if they can find a rhythm to this one. And at turn number 4, green flag flies. Great start for Burgess, and now Neil Doolin trying to chase down the 22C. Can Doolin get another win? Can Burgesson cap off the week with a second? 3 laps remaining. Burgesson has company in the red and white 79 of Neil Doolin. Denton, Swift, and Allen, your top 5 with 2 to go. Down the back straightaway, the 79 got the rumble strips just a wee bit. They're trying to work on something at the back of the field, but up in front they'll come to the white flag. Final lap for Chase Burgesson. Does Doolin have anything left? Can he get there to the back bumper of the 22? He's going to have one more opportunity. Down through 3 and 4. Doolin gets there, gets into the bumper. The 22 is solid up in front. Checkered flag for Chase Burgesson.
Well, that was definitely a roller coaster of emotions in the last 1,000 feet of that one. Going into turn 3 and 4, I just got into the back bumper of the 38 a little bit and moved him up the track to try to get that spot. We had an awesome 3-wide finish at the line between him, myself, and my teammate Jet in the 94 there. And I thought it was really cool. And then after the start-finish line, he decided to just take me out. So I'm not entirely sure what that was about. I don't think it was because of what was in turn 3 and 4 there. I'll never know because he hadn't talked to me yet, but he did confront my dad, who was coming down from the grandstands after watching that one. And, I mean, we hadn't looked at videos or anything, so we had no clue what he was mad about. And so we assumed that, you know, possibly I'd gotten into him on that first lap situation where I kind of bonsai maneuvered it in there. But it turns out, as you can see here in this video, that was not the case because I just spun out and completely missed him. He made a comment about how I went flying in there and wiped him out and bent his rear end. And so that was what we were assuming it was. My dad apologized for that, thinking that's what it was. But the only time that me and the 38 actually made contact was on that situation you saw where they all checked up in the middle of the racetrack, and he went to the 4th or 5th groove. I went to the 3rd groove, and just because of the way the track is, I got to his inside. And when he tried to come back down, he turned himself across my nose. But, I mean, that wasn't very hard contact. So I have a hard time believing that bent his rear end housing. But you never know. Some people are a little dramatic about that stuff. Obviously, you know, my dad didn't know what the situation was. So he apologized if I had run in there and hit him on the first lap deal. But he said that if I'd done that, it wasn't intentional, that it was a mistake. And that, you know, a lot of people have made those kind of mistakes. And there was a comment made from the 38's camp that they never made those mistakes, that he didn't run in there and hit anybody, which turns out is not true, because I have a video here from the first year I ran at the summer shootout of him kind of wiping out himself and 3 other cars in a B-main. So, I mean, there is that, but yeah, he's definitely never made that mistake. But yeah, so still not sure what he was exactly mad about there. I think he kind of just went off the deep end on that one. The retaliation definitely didn't fit the crime, I don't think. You never know. We've raced each other for 3 years, and I don't think we've ever made contact with each other. So to go that crazy about it definitely was something. We had a good race otherwise. Aside from my first lap brain fart, I was able to make my way up to 16th by the time the checkered flag flew. So that helped us out with our points situation. We did get that top 10 points finish, finished 10th in points, which is a major leap from where we have been in these events. My best finish previously was a 19th at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the summer shootout last year. So to jump 9 spots in the points is a huge deal, especially with how competitive we were this week. We didn't just exist. We didn't just take advantage of wrecks to pick up spots. Passed a number of cars and definitely held my own this week. At Highland Rim, we had a great time with the speed we had and how competitive we were. Getting that top 10 finish on pace was huge, and having top 10 speed both races, I was very happy with that. We didn't have the qualifying pace that we hoped to have here at the fairgrounds, but I felt like I raced very well. So to be able to run good, clean races, I was happy about that. We got caught up in a couple incidents, but that is to be expected with this kind of track and this kind of racing. To get the kind of finishes that we did, I'm very happy about that. We picked up spots in all 3 races, finished better than I qualified. So I'm very, very happy with how we've done this week. And it's definitely a confidence booster. And going into the rest of the season, I look forward to continuing to improve even more. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed the Spring Nationals as much as I did. Thank y'all for watching today's video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.